With a name tag and-
Popcorn, Brandy.
I'm still in the Jeep.
Except for me. Okay, so we're a little over time. Are we all right to begin, Mrs.? So before we actually formally open the meeting, I'd like to take a moment to make sure that we welcome some guests that are coming to be with us today. First of all, elected Chief Brandy Lauder of Hoopachesset First Nation. Councillor Wiley is unable to attend, but will in future from Tashot First Nation. And Miss Antoine, I apologize. Could you please say your first name?
Hello, everyone. My name is Asma Nahai.
Thank you, Asman Nahai from Tukwat Nation, and we welcome you to be here virtually with us today. So just a few little pieces. Oh, and Iris, I'm sorry. You are online. Welcome, Iris Frank from Tloquiet.
Thank you. Uklasish Seiya Hakumat, Clawquit Aksups, Tribal Administrator for Clawquit.
Thank you very much. Just a little piece of information before we formally begin. At the public board meeting on December 16, we will have a formal welcoming of all the selected representatives from the nations. And with that participation in our co-governance model with our board. These selected representatives will join us, the Board of Education for Pacific Rim, and all the trustees sitting in a collaborative, consultative manner, supporting and informing the decision-making processes of the governing body and bringing the much-needed voices of the nations to the table on a regular basis. Although we are not yet legally allowed to offer voting seats as at these meetings, we greatly look forward to having you take part in the decisions that lead up to the votes being cast. So thank you very much for being with us here tonight. I am so looking forward to how we move forward. So let's begin our regular public board meeting for the Pacific Rim Board of Education, November 25th, 2025. So we call to order, and with respect and gratitude, we acknowledge that we are meeting on the Huipi of the Shuswap and Hoopachesset First Nations. And we also acknowledge that we have schools located on the Huipi of the Huu-ay-aht, Tloquiet First Nation, and Ukulithot government. Approval of the agenda for November 25th. Ransom.
Second wash.
Thank you. All those in favor? You have a question, trustee Sid? Go ahead.
Yeah, through the chair, just wondering about the location of the 14.1 letter of support. It's under for information, but it actually has requests for action, and it pertains to our I lost the number here. It's the SDA AGM motion review. So I'm just wondering if we leave it to the end and we're discussing the review and getting in advance, if we should move it to with the review or further up somewhere off the agenda.
We can move it further up, but we'll have to do our business first.
Okay, so can we move it with
to move it to action required?
we should discuss it prior to the motion.
We can.
Okay, just wanted to, because it's related to the motion.
Yep.
9.1.
Yep. 9.1.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? All those in favor? Carried. Thank you very much. Are there any conflicts to declare? Okay. Adoption of the minutes for October 28th, public board meeting minutes. So moved, Brian. Thank you.
Second door.
Thank you. All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. I have an announcement today. Secretary Treasurer Barbara Ross is currently away from duties on medical leave. During this period, the statutory responsibility assigned to the Secretary Treasurer under the School Act must continue to be filled to ensure the ongoing financial stewardship, corporate operations, and governance functions of the board. Given the scope and statutory nature of these responsibilities, formal appointment of an interim secretary treasurer is required while the permanent secretary treasurer is on leave. As such, the Board of Education has appointed Superintendent Peter Kuyver as interim secretary treasurer for the duration of the secretary treasurer's medical leave, with the duties and authority of the position returning to the secretary treasurer upon their return. So moving down to number 6, we are very fortunate to have some student voice with us tonight from Ucluelet Secondary.
Yeah.
With the mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
Good journey.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm very looking forward to the month of Movember being over. Yeah, it's been a
It's great.
interesting look. Not one I'm very fond of. Yeah, I'm hoping to share my screen, and hopefully this all works. If not, I think maybe Paula has the opportunity to back me up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, just let me know. I can load it up if needed.
Okay, so are you seeing anything right now? Let's see.
Not yet.
Oh, there it goes.
There we are.
Okay. So yeah, this is a little PowerPoint that I created just based off of 2 of our social studies 8 classes. I was, yeah, there are lots of positives happening around the school. Very, you know, September, October, November, really exciting months, especially this year because we had the influx of the biggest group of grade 8s that this school has ever seen. So we actually have 3 full cohorts of grade 8s, around 64 students, which has been wonderful. Lots of energy, definitely some different challenges as far as scheduling. But one of the things I thought was really cool as I was walking around doing my check-ins with students is the collaborative social studies unit that Ms. Brinkman and Mr. Henderson were doing around medieval Europe and some of the learning intentions that they were doing and how they were accessing them. Again, from a universal design for learning where you're looking at multiple means of representation, engagement, and then expression. This unit, it's pretty interesting. So I sprang this on the students. So yeah, the video is very interesting. So, and hopefully you can hear it. So again, and I'm not sure if you can see, but in the middle is just some of the key guiding questions out of the social studies curriculum. Again, in particular, focused on this time period in Europe, where lots of changes, social unrest, looking at the hierarchical and patriarchal systems that were put in place, which really were limiting for most inhabitants, in particular ethnic groups and women in particular. So the artifacts you see here are some of the items that students could create as a part of a passion project. So you'd see up in my left-hand corner, I'm not sure how it's presenting for you, a doctor's mask for the Black Plague. We have a transport ship from one of the Chinese fleet, and then we have a manor home. So, and I'll go down here. This is Kaiden. I thought I'd put in a silly little joke, so take that as you see fit. And I'll play this, and hopefully the sound works.
Hello, my name is Kaiden. I'm in Miss Brinkman's Social Studies 8 class, and I'm going to be explaining a little bit about what we learned and why. One of the things that we learned, we were focusing more on the Middle Ages currently in our block right now. We were recently just constructed a memorial system, which is where a king would give land to the Lord. The Lord, in turn, gave the king his loyalty because the king had too much land to manage. So the Lord managed the land for the king. the Lord gave smaller land to the knights to help protect his castle, who then attracted peasants and serfs to come in and help make things so that the Lord could live comfortably and other peasants could buy stuff and live in situations. But the serfs were legally bound to the Lord, say that they had stolen something and been caught. They were forced to work off that debt in the fields. So,
Thanks, Brian. Can you tell me a little bit about whether the feudal system was beneficial for everyone?
well, it benefited the king and the lord. The knights, not as much. It still benefited them. But the serfs and the peasants really had the worst of it. They didn't get very good pay. They didn't get very good living. Like, some of the serfs literally lived in, like, mud piles.
Okay, thank you.
And here's Kaiden again explaining his passion project.
Well, so for my passion project, I was assigned to do a report on Zhang He, the Chinese admiral. He's mostly famous for his 7 trade voyages to Africa. This is his ship. I didn't do the crew very great, but you can recognize it from the headpiece. His ships were said to be a lot bigger than anything the Europeans could manage. So if you compare this and said it was like real size back then, it should be around the size of a double what a normal boat would be. So his ships were so huge, and he fought pirates, he did so much stuff for the Ming Dynasty. I believe that it was either the Ming Dynasty or the Yongle Dynasty. It was one of them. And he was just a very trusted advisor, a great admiral. Part of his backstory was when he was 10 years old, he was captured and forced to be sent into the army. And I guess he didn't resent it, and he focused on it, and he worked hard, and he made good friends in the court, and eventually became a great sort of legend who helped the dynasty a lot. He's a trusted advisor and a great sailor.
And can you tell me, by creating the ship, did that help at all with your learning?
Well, yeah. Well, they say I like to do things. Learning, if I can do it or make it, or like just sitting around and hearing it isn't as easy, doesn't make it as easy for me to learn. But being able to make this 3D element of the project, I spent hours just like looking and observing pictures of his ships, just watching all of it. Like I know so much about this admiral now. Like, you can ask me a lot of things about him and I could probably answer them. So yeah, building this helped me learn a lot. It was something to focus on, and then I guess the information just kind of stayed in my brain because I needed to know, like, oh, why does it have this head thing? Because he was a Chinese admiral going to Africa trying to scare off pirates. Or why are there so many crates? Because they contained goods and trades.
Nice. And now, Kaya and Serenity, would you say you also found that doing the passion projects or doing the well that you did, Serenity, for the whole estate of the Lord, was that fun, engaging? Did it add to your understanding? Was it,
Yeah, a lot for me. Sort of like kind of if I get to engage in something or make something, it like stays in my brain a lot easier.
Nice. What about you, Serenity?
For me, it did help because visual.
Oops, sorry, everybody.
Right now, and there was just one that I did on Zhang He, and I filled that out in Flash, so it helped out. Yeah, I enjoyed this. I thought it was a lot of fun. Socials is a really fun class.
Nice.
Sorry for those technological little blips there. So the one thing that I really appreciated, and then today I saw some acting going on, and I'll share in the next few slides some of the students' responses to doing this. Just I really appreciated that Mr. Henderson and Miss Brinkman took the opportunity to have their kids explore in multimodalities and do passion projects, which really cemented the learning. I remember, I can still remember my own classes or my own teaching experiments where, we went out and we're looking for, northern salamanders and being in the habitat. And then when you go back into the classroom and you read something about the habitat or about their environment and those connections, it just solidifies the learning that much more. Here's Fatima. So she says, I learned about the Black Death. I knew a little bit before grade 8, but I learned a whole lot. Feudalism is something I knew nothing about. Now I can say that feudalism was a political and social system in which land was traded for power and actually know what I'm talking about. Emma said, the Black Death was very interesting and sad. Roles in the Middle Ages was also fun. Mostly the game I was peasant and not as fun as all the others, but it was still fun. I also liked the mapping skills. So they did a bunch of role playing. And again, you can imagine being a peasant wouldn't be that fun. And lastly, Takeo. Before this class, I thought I knew a lot about the Black Death, but wow, was I wrong. There was so much for me to learn about, and it's still much more for me to discover. It was kind of gross, but I found it very interesting at the same time. I learned that it was such a huge turning point in history, and it forever shifted Europe in many different ways. So yeah, that's just a little snapshot. I mean, obviously it's not the same as if you lovely folks were here in person, but yeah, I really appreciate the lengths that Mr. Brinkman and Henderson, and again, they're still working on these dramatic plays, and I see crowns and swords and different things like that. So it's definitely bringing learning to life. So.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ryan. It was a real treat to see and hear the students talk about their learning. And I get such a kick out of their surprise that they actually learned a lot. Gosh, that was wonderful. Thank you very much. Any questions, Mr. Ryan? Any questions? Good job.
No, just
Good.
thank you.
Love it.
Thank you. Keep the sash.
No, it's going. It's going. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to trustee statements. I'd like to really acknowledge the Alberni Valley Child and Youth Network for an amazing Nourish Fair this past week, and Director Charbonneau and her team getting it all organized. There's actually probably 12 different agencies that were directly involved, and many families attended, and kids had an opportunity to actually pull us games together. They did bouncy tents, they ran around, and they had hearty soup to feed themselves and take home. And I really want to also recognize the after-school sports program. This recently cross-country, wrestling and volleyball completing their efforts. It was really an amazing afternoon, although very wet and rainy on the cross-country run, but the kids were very resilient, kept that up. And also, Trustee Ransom asked me to mention the work of BCSDA. Did you have anything directly you wanted to add to that, Trustee Ransom?
Thank you, Chair. Just to comment that my initial explanation was to highlight the activities of the BCSDA, BC School Trust Association, and the work that brought the province side trustees, and highlight some of the work that was in the article that was sent to trustees. There was a mention of the VISTA conference recently, and the Campbell River School Board highlighted some of the things that they learned about Indigenous education, about what's going on for early learning, et cetera, et cetera. And also too, they recognized in the article the the BC government had ordered the school-based mental health addiction program to be restored, which was very important to our school district and many school districts around the province for youth mental health. So I thought it was important to highlight that once again.
Yeah. And we get that weekly report. There won't be one this week because we're all at Academy. But each week we get a report with a heading such as this with all those details and lists of things that are happening around the province, which is news reports often. So trustee Orr, you had something to contribute?
Yes, thank you. We're on trustee statements, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I just wanted to say that about Remembrance Day. I attended Remembrance Day at Euclid Secondary School. Mr. Ryan, you were not there, unfortunately, but Mr. Greg did a wonderful job as well as your students. So I really thoroughly enjoyed being there, as well as laying the wreath in Tofino for the school district. It was very well attended, so that was nice. So thank you.
Yeah, trustee Bray and then trustee Zanetti. Thank you, Chair. Just quickly, I ran into a member of the PAC at Wood Elementary, and they are doing their school kids craft fair December 4th from 3 till 4:30. And I was asked to pass that message along. Thank you. I thought I would share it in this public meeting. I attended last year, and it's incredible what those kids can make. They're crocheting and yeah. So if anybody has a chance, Christmas shopping, lots of good things, 3 to 4:30. Trustee Zanetti?
Thank you through the chair to the board. I just wanted to, I didn't get a chance to put it in writing the BC CPAC symposium. So trustee Washington, I wasn't able to attend, so she's allowing me to just give a quick update about that. So the symposium was held November 6th and 7th virtually. Trustee Craig also was in attendance. The focus was empowering leaders, best practices, innovation. So it's an opportunity for staff trustees to learn about topics such as like AI, relationships, psychological health and safety, and how they relate to school boards and their role. There will be an AGM as well, which will also be virtual on January the 29th. I just wanted to put a plug in for virtual meetings and environmental stewardship. If I remember the number correctly, it's about $200,000 in savings in total of having a virtual versus in person, just for travel costs, hotels and so on. So there's that conscious effort by BCPC and others to save costs and to still allow trustees that option. Actually, virtual allows more trustees to attend at times. So yeah, just there you go.
Thank you. Any other statements? Trustee Ransom.
Thank you, Chair. Just an acknowledgement that today it's a kickoff for the Moose High campaign, 16-day campaign, marking the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women and Girls.
Thank you. Yes. And thank you to the trustees that attended the local November State Services for an excellent event. And we now have our recognition listed properly in the program and with other local government entities. So that was nice to see. Good conversation with the executive there, and they made those changes for us. All right. Moving down to number 9.1. The BCSD AGM motion, and I've got copies here if trustees want them to put in their packages for this weekend. But we will be discussing it at this stuff. It's on the agenda for this stuff. Stacy, did you want to mention this?
Just as per the action sheet, I'm just asking that the board take a moment to review the draft motion. If there is any discussion or resulting in any changes, that we collect that feedback at this meeting, so that we can make the changes and forward the submission to VISTA and then the legislative committee for their review. So there is a motion attached to this after discussion.
Now, the copy you have is just the beginning. There likely will be suggestions from other districts. So it's not live, if you will, yet until we have our deadline in early February. So take a look at that and listen on Friday morning at the VISTA discussion and see what's coming forward. And Trustee Zanetti has connected us with the letter that we received from the District 5 from Kootenay area. Cranbrook, probably give you a better idea as Farwood in that region. Now, they in that letter, as trustee Zanity has mentioned, wanted to work together with us, which I don't see a problem. But what I'm thinking we'll do rather than responding is wait and see what the discussion is at Vista. Because this, I think it's going to get even larger once the word gets out. So we may be working together with all 60 school districts in some way. But that's a good reminder. Let's wait until the discussion on Friday morning. See how we move forward. But I definitely will be including that letter with, yeah. Trustee Orr and then trustee Berry.
Oh, yes, I was just, but are we gonna respond to school district 5 before?
Not before our discussion on Friday morning.
Just saying that we will discuss it with them at Vista or sorry, at our Vista meeting or no? We're just gonna tell them when we're at.
Once I understand whether Vista wants to include them or not, then we'll let them know what the decision is in the discussion.
Okay.
Okay. Trustee Berry.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to make a motion that the Board of Education review and provide feedback or suggested amendments to the draft advocacy for dedicated funding for school district housing accommodation motion and direct staff through the superintendent to submit it to Vista, to submit it for Vista endorsement and for submission to BCSTA's legislative committee for review and inclusion on the upcoming April 2026 BCSTA AGM agenda.
Second by trustee Joseph. Any other questions, comments? Trustee Martin.
Thank you, Chair. I'm a bit confused. If this goes to BCSTA and they accept it, and then it's voted on, send it forward to the government, to me, that means the group as a whole has worked on it and it's behalf of the entire group.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
And all those many long lists for the directors, board of directors will include that. And they'll have those discussions.
So really what they're asking for is a bit redundant.
In a way, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay,
But the many, in any letter we can get, we may get more letters after a discussion at Vista, is still extends the strength of our request.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Any other questions? Trustee Zanity?
Thank you, the chair. So again, I want to just clarify my understanding. School District 5, Southeast. They want to have discussions with us. We're bringing this to Vista. They don't go to Vista. That's not their branch.
No.
So they've had a motion that they're going to send a letter of support this says, so that's great. And is that going to be included in this motion? Because I didn't
Yes.
see it.
Not yet, no, but we have to have this discussion with Vista first
Okay, because it's
on Friday morning.
right, because so if I read this correctly, we are petitioning other districts to support this.
Yes.
So having this letter in this support to go to Vista, would that not be helpful as well in advance?
Absolutely. And I'll bring it forward that we have received a letter from School District 5. Would they be interested in allowing them to support this motion?
Okay. And then another question I have is about the rationale follows that described kind of or suggested outline. Do we want to also include something to the fact about the deferred capital and how much there's so much deferred capital project that if the ministry has already referred us back to using our annual grant to cover these sorts of costs. We have millions of dollars in deferred capital projects, which like if we keep deferring everything, eventually it's just going to. Exactly. I don't want to quite say that. Our staff that do a wonderful job maintaining all the facilities. That's why they're lasting so long, so well. But having that in there, I mean, I know they know that, but including that within our submission as a rationale, would that not be advisable?
Absolutely. And that may be clearly a recommendation in our discussions on Friday morning.
Okay, so when we present the discussion on Friday morning, is that something you will also be adding, the discussion about the deferred capital?
We can mention it, but I would hope we would hear that from the group that's there. It'll depend on who is there. If they've had time to have a look at this, what their comment might be. But we certainly can bring that forward. Those are items that we need to add to this.
Well, and that's what we're doing now, discussing what to add, correct? So that's what I'm just saying. I think that would have some kind of bearing on this discussion. So we're having discussion. I think we should add that to our other discussion at Vista. Because I think it's, you know, it is all gonna fall down as trustee Washington said, so.
Right, that's deferred capital.
Yeah.
Just the numbers are like millions, we're all, the whole province is millions of dollars. And the letter, in support of it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? All those in favor? Carried. Thank you. So 9.2, government discussion, trustee Brennan.
Thank you to the chair, to the trustees. Yeah, so I have, you all have interactions with the external committees and ACRD and so on. We haven't had an official kind of meet and greet with the ACRD, and they're another government body. And to heighten our status awareness of that we are an elected government body, this just makes sense to me to have a formal introduction. They often have questions about the school district and our practices, as I mentioned in this information sheet. You know, we've met all the other elected bodies. This is an opportunity to maybe do some more collaboration with the turf field, who knows? Like there's just this opportunity to heighten everyone's ability to converse and have more collaboration and success for our students in our community. So I guess I should make the recommendation, the motion, that the Board of Education direct staff through the superintendent to invite the ACRD Board of Directors to a government-to-government meeting as an official introduction and to discuss shared educational topics.
You have a seconder.
Second Washington.
Second Washington. Any further discussion, comments? Trustee Hart?
Oh, sorry, I was pointing at Superintendent Clifford.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Just a point of clarification, typically we wouldn't communicate directly to elected officials, so either this should be board chair to chair the ACRD or the letter from me to the CEO with your invitation or something like that, so.
Did I?
Go ahead, trustee Bennett.
You're completely correct. When I spoke with Director Penny, she was saying the same thing, that our chair should reach out to their chair. So I'm sorry, I should have made that clearer. You're right, process, and I struggle. So I guess I should really revise that motion, or I don't know if I can make a motion to the chair, to be honest.
Trustee Bray, you had a comment?
Yes, I'd like to propose an amendment to the motion on the table.
All right.
Is that a thing?
Do that.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to propose that the Board of Education direct staff to the superintendent. No. Sorry, I didn't think of this. That the Board of Education direct the chair to reach out to the chair of the ACRD and request a meeting as an official introduction and to discuss shared educational topics.
Second or.
Any other comments on the recommendation to add a change, actually, the motion? All those in favor? Thank you. And Ms. Mason, did you get all those details? I did. Okay, so the motion is changed, moved back to the original motion. May you read that for us?
Test. Yeah, the test. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Through the chair, the motion now reads that the Board of Education directs the board chair to reach out to the, sorry, I wrote CAO. It should
No,
be,
then
it
you
should
should
be
be
the chair, direct. Yeah. Is it called chair as well?
Yeah.
To the chair of the ACRD Board of Directors, to invite them to a government-to-government meeting as an official introduction and to discuss shared educational topics.
Mr. Jack. Okay. All right, everybody's all right that? Okay, all those in favor? Carried. Thank you. Conversations are always good. Just remember, though, the mandates are quite different, but learning about projects and future things is always important. And I know they'll be we're most willing to partake in that conversation. Thank you very much. 9.3, lobby to stop time change. Trustee Ransom.
Yes, thank you, Chair. This has been a issue that's been bandied about for a number of years. There's a lot of political involvement, but I think it's sort of speaks to our concern about student attendance at school and basically student learning and removing barriers to students' success in school. I think should be a priority for us as a school district. I think that sleep disturbances, as indicated in the article attached, are one of the issues that students are dealing with. And I just want to bring forward a motion and have discussion about whether we should move forward on it. I'd like to make a motion. Okay.
Go ahead.
That the Board of Education direct staff through the superintendent to draft motions for their review, requesting action, advocacy, and support from the British Columbia Trustees Association, BCSCA, and the Vancouver Island School Trustees Association, VISTA, and lobbying the government to end annual time changing and bring the draft motions back to the board for review.
Seconder, please.
I'll second.
Trustee Moore, thank you. Further discussion, questions? Trustee Washington?
Thank you, through the chair. I'm totally in support of this. But I know with our secretary treasurer absent at the moment, that our staff are completely loaded with taking on some of her jobs. So I'm wondering if we can have the understanding, I guess, that this may not be something that gets dealt with immediately. That's my only concern, to the staff available to deal with important impending issues. And not that this is important.
It's already, that's a long list of important.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Thank you.
any other comments?
Just to clarify, when is the deadline for the motion?
February 9th.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
for this go around, timing is difficult. So I definitely brought this forward before I realized that there was issues that.
Well, I want to say though, I'm thinking if you agree, can I have a conversation with BCSD Chair Tracy Lofsher?
Yeah, most certainly.
Because I'm thinking it's out there. And if there is other districts that are making that suggestion, she's been speaking with many of them, it might be an easy way to be part of the name list, if you will. But let me do that too. Okay.
And I would support that in recognition of staff time.
Because we'll have time this week, Thursday maybe. Thursday
yeah.
afternoon, yeah, we should be there.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's try it. Trustee Zanetti?
Through the chair to trustee Ransom. I'm a little bit confused I have questions, I guess, because currently the provincial government has already passed legislation in 2019 to do this and to make it permanent daylight saving. So I don't know what a motion to do so how I'm understanding this is a motion to do something that's already legislated, but hasn't moved forward because of this, the intention to align with the entire West Coast with the other states and so on. So I'm a little confused there. I'm also, or question, I want a clarification, I should say. And I'm also, because I don't necessarily agree with the removing the time change, but the government's already passed legislation. But in the article here, it talks about getting rid of not using daylight savings, using standard time because it's actually more beneficial. It's biologically better. And so I'm curious, are you also proposing that we go to standard time or?
That's the medical evidence suggests that standard time is the best for our circadian rhythms to stay with the standard time.
Okay.
Daylight savings time is an artificial situation.
So just to clarify, are we wanting to make a motion to ask the government to petition them to change it to standard time?
I'd like to see the issue expedited and brought to the forefront. I think it's been hanging around too long. I think it's at the expense of students, and I'd like to see a discussion. So I think at this point, maybe I'd like to make a motion to table the motion.
All right.
Until
Do that till
further,
we find out from
further
Tracy.
information.
Yeah. Okay. And I think we don't have to be specific in this. I think it's a bit of an urge to get on with it, really. And then it's not really our decision, that's the government decision. But if we can push them then it will happen sooner than later is what I'm thinking. But anyway, I'll bring back what I find out, hopefully before Vista meeting on Friday morning. So I have something to say. All right, everybody's okay with this? Thank you for your comments. Awesome. Okay, nothing else. Okay, moving down to number 10, staff reports, 10.1. PDSS, Bridge, Assistant Director of Operations, Jeffrey Cook. Good, sorry. Yeah. Are you online?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Perfect.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi,
Thanks.
everybody.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just kind of I'm just gonna go I know many of you have seen this info sheet and heard this before, but I just want to kind of go through it again. And then, yeah, so in our forested area outside of ADSS, I guess they call it Penny Lane. We have a large wooden bridge there that in the past, the city took care of this bridge. They have realized that, hey, this is on our property, so we have taken it into account and we have put it under our belt to take care of this and maintain this bridge. So when that happened, we had our director of operations and our team lead carpenter go take a look and kind of do a visual review and just, you know, see what this bridge entails for maintenance and long term. What they decided was that this needed to have a professional engineer take a look. We hired a company, RJC Engineers. They came, they did a visual review along with resistance drilling, which is drilling into the beams and finding out how much decay is in the logs. And in the PDF that was attached, their recommendations were that there was I guess it would be the west log beam was quite a bit of decay in there for safety wise. They also included kind of recommendations on which direction we should go for replacement. Quite a costly and labor intensive job to replace this because it's quite a large structure in quite a difficult area. So when I brought this up to the past meeting, it was requested for me to reach out to the city and see if they wanted to partake in or participate in assisting in either, you know, fixing the bridge, what kind of solutions we can come up with. The city came back. By the sounds of it, they are not interested. It's actually when it was in their hands, it was actually they had quite a lot of problems with the bridge, maintenance, repairs, camping underneath, quite a bit of problems. So their suggestion was the same as ours, was taking out the bridge and kind of having a simple wooded path. So based on this feedback, along with the engineer's recommendations, our team, and being comfortable with the safety, we'd like to go ahead and temporarily close the bridge. This would be putting up some blocks, some fencing, and we already have some signage purchased, and that would just temporary until we decide if we're going to dismantle it, if we've come up with solutions for replacing it. So that's where we're at this point.
Thank you very much, Mr. Good. I've got questions from trustees. Trustee Orr?
Yeah, thank you. Through you, Chair, to Mr. Good. So when we close it, what's going to happen to the path? Like, are students just going to go around it? Like, are they not going to go through it? Like, what's the option for them? Or are we going to close the entire path?
Yeah, for us, for right now, we'd be just closing both ends of that bridge. I mean, the students can go around along the street, or they can come from the behind the I guess it'd be the pool there. There's a trail path as well. So we'll be maintaining the trail up to that just for safety emergency wise. But yeah, it'll just be closed off from end to end of the bridge.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Dr. Washington?
Thank you, Chair. Through to Assistant Director Good. Do we have an idea what replacement of the bridge cost would be?
I don't have an exact number. I kind of started doing a little bit of digging into it, you know, to replace all the decking boards with all the labor and getting in there. I mean, to do that and replace the railings, then we got to replace the beams. So a lot of dismantling has to come. So at the point of us, by the time we end up fixing what needs to be fixed, I mean, you kind of end up dismantling the whole bridge. I mean, I could see it being upwards of $50,000 by the time you dismantle a pretty long bridge. So it's quite a cost and labor intensive.
Thank you.
Mr. Kennedy? Thank you, the chair to Assistant Director of Operations, Mr. Good. In the information sheet here, it points out that the city suggested possibly a simple wooden path. Are they interested in contributing to that by any chance, or did they make any comment to that effect?
No, they by the sounds of it, they don't have an interest or funding to assist with it. That was kind of just their, opinion from them having the bridge in their care for so long. That was just their kind of recommendation, like a gravel path with some piping underneath to let the water through. That was their suggestion.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Cleaver.
Just through the chair, Jeff, what's your timeline for determining whether it's dismantled or replaced? Because I have a concern that signs and ribbons get torn down pretty easily and it's going to be unsafe. So I'd like to see some sort of a timeline for that decision.
Yeah, we're gonna be having like concrete blocks go up with some chain link fence. So it'll be pretty, permanent but temporary for now with some signage. But I'll put that in with the Director of Operations for a review of coming up with kind of a timeline on what replacement, and we'll look into more replacement costs as well and solutions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Gray.
Thanks, through you, Chair, to Assistant Director of Operations. Good. Maybe we were told a cost, but if we did decide to dismantle the bridge and just have like a wooden or like a path way through there, do we have a cost on that yet, or we're just waiting because we haven't made a decision on what we're doing?
No, we don't have a cost on that yet. I can get one. Just kind of get a rough idea, and that would be, the idea of that would be that wouldn't happen right away, as it's not our top priority, being, the schools and the children are kind of our top priority. So this is something that would be kind of closed down until we have the time and resources to look into something like this.
Okay. Anything else from trustees? Trustee Yours?
Yes, thank you. Through you, Chair, to Mr. Good. I was just wondering if, if this would be an opportunity for like the kids at Learning on the Land or doing anything like that to like dismantle and build a bridge or some sort of like outdoor ed to help keep costs down and involving the children.
Yeah, that's definitely something I think we could look into. It is quite the bridge is built with pretty large timbers. So even with our employees, I think it would be quite a safety concern. But like the decking boards, the railings, there could be some collaborative work around that. So I think we'd be open to chatting about that.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see. Yeah, thank you.
Anything further? Okay, thank you so much, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can get this cleaned up. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so now we've got an election. Simple. Mr. Flavor's going to take over here.
Thank you, Chair. So, just to be clear, I will, the interim secretary treasurer, highlight interim. Now assume the chair, just for the purpose of the election for chair for the Pacific Rim Board of Education. And once that chair is claimed or elected, then they will take over the rest of the election process. The process is that I will call for nominations for the position of chair 3 times. And at the end of the call for nominations, there will either be an acclamation if only one trustee is nominated, or an election if more than one trustee is nominated. Nominations do not require a seconder. Each nominee will be asked if they would let their name stand for the position of board chair. Should an election be required, I will allow each nominee to make a short statement prior to the election, alphabetical. Balloting will be overseen by the manager of corporate services with assistance from the assistant superintendent for this election, and I will take over from the manager of corporate services for the rest of if there are elections. Balloting will be by secret ballot. Manager of corporate services and the assistant superintendent will count the ballots outside of the boardroom and report the results to myself. After I announce the chair, if there is an election, I will then ask for a motion to destroy the ballots. Okay, thank you. So I will now ask for nominations for board chair for the first time. Mr. Ransom?
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate trustee Pam Craig for the position of chair.
Thank you. Trustee Craig has been nominated. Trustee Craig, will you accept the nomination?
I have a statement to make, and I want to thank Trustee Ransom for the nomination and confidence, but I won't be accepting the nomination at this time. And I'd like to take a minute to thank the board for an opportunity to serve as chair. It has been an honor to represent the Pacific Rim Board of Education as your spokesperson. And I've always felt the position of chair to hold a deep responsibility, and that is to be prepared, to be available, and to communicate information in a timely fashion. The chair position is really a conduit for that communication and information to the board. And by the way, it sure fills your email inbox. But my focus has always been on the Pacific Rim students first. And Pacific Rim is fortunate to have dedicated and knowledgeable trustees on this board. So there are a few trustees that have expressed their readiness to take the chair position. So best of luck.
Thank you. Trustee Craig has declined the nomination. I saw another hand. Joseph?
I'd like to nominate trustee Orr for chair, board chair.
Trustee Orr has been nominated. Trustee Orr, do you accept the nomination?
I do, yes.
Ask for a second time for nominations for board chair. Trustee Washington?
I would like to nominate trustee Bray.
Thank you. Trustee Bray has been nominated for board chair. Do you accept the nomination, Trustee Bray?
At this time, I do not. And I just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone. I am concerned that I'm not going to be willing to give 100% to the role of the chair because I have just started a new job and there's a lot of changes going on. So I am a bit hesitant, but I will be chair one day. So thank you.
Trustee Bray has declined the nomination. Ask for a third and final time for nominations for the chair. Third round of nominations. Hearing no other nominations, I would like to congratulate Trustee Orr on being acclaimed board chair.
Can I say something?
Right before you do that, because I'm going to hand the chair back to you. You can make a mistake. Could I have a motion to destroy? Oh, there were no ballots.
No.
Chair back to you. New board chair, Trustee Orr.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I had this before. I thought there was going to be a vote, so okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be the new chair for the Pacific Rim School Board. I will be a collaborative chair who will continue to run effective and efficient meetings. I do promise to watch my language, encourage healthy debate, and create a climate of trust and cooperation, not just among trustees, but with everyone who sits at the table. Oh, that was when I was asking for your vote, but I'll just skip that. I would like to champion a shared vision, a school system that provides excellent education thanks to our wonderful staff, treats every student with dignity, and earns your respect through committed and transparent teamwork. Being a part of this board has been a big learning curve, and I've loved every minute of it. I'm ready for this challenge, and I would especially like to thank Trustee Craig for all her hard work and dedication these past 3 years and many more. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now to 10.2B, annual election for vice chair. I now call for nominations for the position of vice chair of the board. Yes, Trustee Bray.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Trustee Washington.
Trustee Washington, do you accept the nomination?
Absolutely.
Thank you. She doesn't say anything yet. No? Okay. I call for nominations for the position of vice chair of the board for the second time. Yes, Trustee Ransom.
To nominate trustee Zanetti for the position of vice chair.
Thank you very much. Trustee Zanetti, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I accept.
Okay. Trustee Washington, would you like to say something? Sorry. I call for nominations for the position of vice chair of the board for the third time. Seeing no other nominations. Nominations are closed. And, I'm reading out. An election will be conducted. Yes. Trustee Washington, would you like to say something?
Just briefly, this is my second term on the board. I feel I am a strong trustee and that I understand the division between operational and strategic planning. The previous 3 elections, I was going to allow my name to stand for vice chair, but stepped down when I learned that there were new trustees on the board that I believe needed the education more than I did. And this time, I really do want to allow my name to stand. And I think with a brand new trustee at the head of the chair position, that you're going to need a strong assistant. And I think I'm that person for that role. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Dunvenon, would you like to say something?
Yes. To the trustees. First, I want to thank Larry. I want to thank, trustee Ransom. Apologies. Just for always, for nominating me and for supporting me all these years and trying to make me a better trustee. I appreciate that. And I want to wish Chris luck. Either one, whoever you choose, it will be great. We're both very capable, and I trust in the decision that will be made. I want to just highlight that I've been putting myself forward for this position for a while, and I want it. I want to have the opportunity to become a better trustee, to serve our students, our staff, our community. I've continuously showed improvement. I'm laughing at my notes. It's like I'm probably one of the most improved, so I think that's an asset. And I'm with that trend. I think I will continue to learn more and be able to provide a good support to our new chair. Would like to highlight my belief in succession planning. Having more of a trustees aware of different positions is only going to strengthen the district, and I would be another added resource to the district if I am able to proceed in that position as vice chair. I have time. These positions do take a lot of time, as Trustee Bray was saying. It's a commitment, and I'm able to provide that. I continuously showed that I work hard, and I have the capability and the time to be able to dedicate to the task. I plan on supporting the chair and trustees and having opportunities for open communication and allowing more additional growth for trustees. I get nervous when I start doing this. Sorry. I work to show that I am capable running meetings, representing trustees in the community. I sit on several external committees and so on. So I think I've proved myself. Please allow me this opportunity to support staff and students in the community that are always top of mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Zanetti. Okay, so trustees will now be provided with a ballot. Assistant Superintendent Messenger and Manager Mason will act as scrutineers. Mr. Messenger will collect the ballots in the box provided. The scrutineers will leave the room to count the ballots. Mr. Messenger will return to the room and advise the Secretary Treasurer of the results of the election. Sorry.
If I may, it's so exciting. Why doesn't anybody come to these meetings, right? Say so.
That's sarcasm, Charles.
No, not at all. This is exciting for me.
Yeah, I'll come back to possible.
Yeah.
Randy, just go and I'll get it.
Thank you.
Smart pop.
We need the Jeopardy theme now.
Here, Charles.
That's okay.
I know.
That was pretty funny though.
So good. It was so good.
Really bring a little bit of levity to the meeting. Yeah, funny. I looked at the zoning. Sorry, Madam. Madam Chair. Sorry. I looked at the zoning map because I thought it was, but no, it's all the way to the
Yes.
10th Avenue.
Yeah, right.
Which I understand now because there was a plan of putting a road
road through there.
Sorry, your meeting, my bad.
No, we're taking a break. It's okay.
Okay.
You can do like Jeopardy music though.
Yeah, oh, no, maybe I got it on my phone.
Girls, I hope you keep your mustache too.
Yeah.
My mother.
Right next to each other. I'm a big fan of this. I like it.
It looks nice.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I'm doing it for my dad, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an honor. and
Yeah, good for you.
It's a soup strainer.
I recently heard the firefighters had longer mustaches, like those big ones in the old days, remember?
Yes.
They're on the first when they're going into buses.
Oh,
yeah. I just read that.
Interesting.
Yeah, they can't have a full on.
No, but actually back when they didn't have masks.
Yeah.
They worked hard. Just, no, but to
Okay, the outcome of the election is congratulations. The board vice chair is trustee Washington. Can I get a motion to destroy the ballots, please?
So moved, Bray.
Okay. Second, Craig?
Yeah.
All in favor? Thank you. Okay, congratulations, trustee Washington. Okay. Okay, to 10.2C, annual committee appointments. So now I call for nominations for the position of chair of the Finance, Assets, and Operations Committee.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I nominated trustee Bray.
Yes, sorry, I just going to, it's a chair.
No.
Yep. Yeah, that's fine.
Get someone else to do it.
Okay.
It's, and I think to get read deep into the clearing,
Yes,
which Robert's rules.
yes, okay. Okay, yeah, thank you. I call for nominations for the position of chair of the Finance and Assets and Operations Committee for a second time. Yes, trustee Ransom.
Like nominate trustee Zandy for the position of Operation Asset Chair.
Thank you very much. Do you accept that nomination? Sorry, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, great. Okay. I call for nominations for the position of chair of the Finance, Assets, and Operations Committee for the third time. All right, seeing none, we will go to a vote. An election will be conducted.
Get your 10,000 steps in.
We're having a hard time counting, so.
Great.
I was gonna say.
Recognize this as being recorded.
Ballots.
Sorry, what my-
Thank you.
Just so you know, chair and vice chair, congratulations, and we have a meeting at 8:30 in the morning.
I thought it was at 9.
Can't start without you, Madam Chair.
She's serious. She's serious, isn't she?
She is, yes. I was like, it's at 9 o'clock in my calendar.
It's actually 9:30.
When I
Even better.
Is there a time change in there somewhere?
Assuming this is an agenda.
This is
section.
tricky with it.
Correct, yes.
Going through this, yeah. Yeah. Cynthia, you should have stayed.
Where?
Overnight,
Oh,
because if you have to be.
She can see it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I can see it. Okay.
It's gonna get stupid.
Okay, the outcome of the election. Congratulations, the chair of the Finance Committee is trustee Bray.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Not much of a clap.
Yeah. Trustee Bray.
Thank you.
Can I please get a motion to destroy the ballots?
So moved, Washington.
Craig. Second by Craig. comment, question?
Sorry, I do have a question. There's chats popping up in the Zoom, and I just want to make sure that we're acknowledging.
Oh, they're saying congratulations.
No, there's a question in there.
Just waiting for it to come up.
Nations are being offered. There.
Since there are seats.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, yes. Yes, trustee, oh, sorry, Paula.
Through the chair, the selected representatives will be part of these committees.
Did you get that? Could you hear that, Iris? Yeah, great. Oh,
You're muted.
You're muted. Oh,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
go
had to
ahead.
unmute. So, Asmanahai had the same question as well. I understand. Congratulations to the new chair and the new vice chair. And Pam, thank you very much for all that you've done, and you've advanced Indigenous peoples, and you've actually have taken the time to get to know who we are and to work with us, and I really do appreciate that. So on behalf of Clayoquot and myself personally, thank you very much, Pam, for everything that you've done.
Thank you, Iris. That means so much to me. I know.
So, you're putting new people into different places. So I'm just excited to learn like what exactly Indigenous having seats here. I see Hope Richardson is here as well. So I know that we're sitting back and watching and learning, but each one of us have sat on one form of governance of some sort. I know Brandy has sat on the former IEAC, so have I. So, I just want to understand. I guess I'm just seeking to understand before we even walk into a room like this, like what are we expected? So I perhaps that's a discussion down the line, but I wanted to take the opportunity just to say congratulations to the new chair, and I look forward to getting to know you and meeting with you on occasion. My role has significantly changed over the last little while, and I'm just glad to be back into the education field just for a short while. But thank you.
thanks, Iris. Well, I actually live in Tofino, so we're close together.
Cool.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Iris. Okay, keep going. So sorry, we were still at destroying the ballots. Can I get a motion, or we did the motion, all in favor to destroy the ballots?
I'm sorry, who moved and seconded?
It was Bray and Craig.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the motion has been passed to destroy the ballots. Thank you. Okay, I now call for nominations for the position of Vice Chair of the Finance and Operations Committee. Yes, Trustee Messon.
I nominate Trustee Zanetti.
Thank you very much. Trustee Zanetti, do you accept the nomination?
Yes.
Thank you. I call for a second time. Yes.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate Trustee Washington.
Thank you very much. Trustee Washington, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now I'll call for a third time. Further nominations? Okay, seeing none, we will go to an election. Thank you. A lot, I think.
Because they all have like.
She spent all afternoon cutting the ballots.
Yeah. Every single one.
Thanks.
I assume you meant for me.
Jasmine said she was going to get snapped.
Did you really?
Are you destroying this ballot?
Yeah.
No. Apologies.
Usually when our manager Wilson, Trisha Wilson, comes into any of our meetings, she always has chocolate in her office or whatever. So she brings her little candy dish, and before she sits down, she'll offer everyone a chocolate.
A little bit of sugar before.
So nice, yeah. Sweet of ours. Yeah.
Done so much, Ben.
June.
You. The outcome of the election, congratulations for the vice chair, trustee Zanetti. Congratulations. Okay, can I get a motion to destroy the ballots, please? Yeah, second, Bray. Washington and Bray. All in favor? Great. Thank you very much. Okay, now I call for nominations for the position of Chair of the Education Committee. Yes, trustee Bray.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to nominate trustee Joseph.
Thank you. Now I call for nominations for a second time.
I accept.
Oh, sorry. I knew you did. Any other nominations? I call for a third time. Okay, seeing none, congratulations, trustees. Oh, Joseph.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Now I call for nominations for the position of Vice Chair of the Education Committee. Yes, trustee Bray.
I was gonna, sorry, were you gonna nominate the same person, trustee Washington?
Okay, trustee Washington, do you accept the position?
Yes, I do.
We'll call for a second time for nominations.
That's okay.
A third time for nominations. Okay, congratulations, trustee Washington. Great. Okay, now I will call for position of chair of the policy committee. Yes, trustee Ransom.
Nominate trustee Zanetti for the position of policy chair.
Thank you. I'll call for a second time. Oh, sorry, do you accept?
Yes, sorry.
Sorry. For a second time? For a third time? Okay, congratulations, trustee Zanetti. All right. Now I will call for the position of vice chair for the policy committee. Yes, trustee Zanetti.
I nominate trustee Craig.
Thank you. Trustee Craig, do you accept the position?
Yes.
Great. For a second time, vice chair of the policy committee. Third time. Congratulations, trustee Craig. Okay, now I call for nominations for the position of BCPC representative. No one? How weird.
Yes.
Trustees Joseph.
I would like to nominate trustee Washington.
You, trustee Washington, do you accept?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. BCPC rep for a second time. BCPC rep for a third time. Congratulations, trustee Washington. Now we'll call for the BCPC representative alternate. Yes, trustee Ransom.
Trustee Zanetti.
You, Zanetti, trustee Zanetti, do you accept the nomination? Thank you. I will call for a second time for nominations. Third time for nominations. Congratulations, trustee Zanetti. Okay, I now call for nominations for the position of BCSCA Provincial Council Vancouver Island School Trustees Association representative. Yes, trustee Ransom.
Nominate trustee Craig.
Thank you. Trustee Craig, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I think they would be annoyed if I didn't.
As I'm vice president.
True, it's true.
Abandoning us.
I call for nominations for a second time. For a third time? Congratulations, trustee Craig. Oh, we're really getting a hang of this now. And now I will call for the alternate for the BCSTA Provincial Council and Vista representative. Yes, trustee Bray.
Thank you, Chair. I'd like to nominate trustee Joseph.
Great. Trustee Joseph, do you accept the position?
I do, thank you.
Nomination, sorry. I call for a second nomination. Third nomination. Congratulations, trustee Joseph. Okay, and now we're going down to our internal districts committee. There's a few. As the existing trustees. Oh, if they would like to remain in their current position. If they like to, then the chair will proceed to the next appointment. Sorry, I'm just reading quickly the rules. Okay. Okay. So our first is the Indigenous Education Council. Currently have trustee Craig and trustee Zanetti.
Yes, I'd like to remain on that committee.
Okay, trustee Zanetti.
I would like to remain.
Okay, thank you very much.
We also have a third person approved by the IEC and Janice, trustee Joseph.
Correct. That's right. Okay, I'm going to add trustee Joseph on there. Thank you very much, trustee Craig, for that correction.
I'll just say, I would love to stay on it, but it doesn't work with my work schedule because I meet during the day on Wednesdays and I'm working.
Oh, okay.
So if there is another trustee who
What would like
to take that, we already have two.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they would allow the third, so I was the third.
Okay.
I just never can make the meetings, which is, unless I can stay and make the meetings, I don't know, like I want to be more committed to it.
Okay. Okay, would you like to stay on it then?
If nobody else is,
Is anybody else interested?
Oh, trustee Washington.
okay,
Okay. Trustee Washington?
I'm very much interested.
okay.
Okay.
Also, just a reminder that the IEC has approved to share the minutes with
Right.
us. So we will all
Oh,
get
that's
The information, okay, perfect.
Yeah. So we'll all be on top of it.
Okay, so we are adding trustee Washington name to that top list. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We have teacher pro D, and currently we have trustee Bray. Trustee Bray, would you like to continue that?
I think I would like to give the opportunity to trustee Zanetti as the alternate, because I do know that she is interested in that. And so I think it's a good time for trustee Zanetti to, maybe we could just switch.
Okay, you would like to be the alternate?
I like it.
Yeah,
I do.
Okay, trustee Zanetti, you will be the rep, and then trustee Bray, you will be the alternate. Thank you very much. We have the Special Education Advisory Committee. Yeah, thank you. Currently we have trustee Joseph. Would you like to stay on that
I would
committee?
love to stay on there.
And alternate is trustee Bray. Would you like to stay as the alternate?
I would, yes.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Now we have the the District Parent Advisory Council, the DPAC. We have trustee Craig.
I would like to stay.
Okay, and alternate is trustee Zanetti.
I'd like to stay as well.
Okay, thank you. Now we have the Occupational Health and Safety in camera. We have trustee Bray as the rep. Would you like to stay?
I would like to stay,
Okay, thank you very much. And trustee Zanetti being the alternate.
Yes, unless someone else wants to try.
Would anybody
I
like?
would like to take on that too.
Okay, is that okay, trustee Zanetti? Okay. And trustee Craig will be the alternate. Okay, thank you very much. And now we have the teacher trustee liaison committee. We have two representatives. We have trustee Joseph. Would you like to continue?
I'm not going to continue.
Not going to continue. Okay. Trustee Craig, would you like to continue?
Yes, I will.
Okay. Yes, trustee Zanetti.
I would like to be one of our representatives on that committee.
Okay. Would anybody else like to be a representative on that committee?
Are we committed to?
Yeah. Nope. Nobody else interested? Okay. We will go with trustee Zanetti. Thank you very much. And now these are our external / community committees. We have the Port Alberni Advisory Planning Commissions. Currently, we have trustee Ransom. Would you like to continue on that one?
Yes.
And then we have the alternate is trustee Washington.
Yes.
Okay. And I know that you guys kind of switch in and out.
Well, we do as is required as an alternate.
Yeah.
Someone cannot make the meeting then.
Oh, yes. Right. And then, oh, yes, right. The Port Alberni Museum and Heritage Commission, currently have trustee Craig.
Yes, things may change in that realm, so I'd like to see it to the end after 20+ years.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, you're only allowed 2
Two
years. Apparently you're only have two years on that board, but she's been on 26.
27 this year.
I mean.
Tomato.
Yeah, the biggest rule breaker right here.
Trustee Craig would do that.
We also have the alternate trustee Joseph. Would you like to stay on there?
I would like,
Yes, please. And then we have the Port Alberni Traffic Advisory Commission. We have trustee Washington. Okay, thank you. And alternate trustee Ransom. Great, thank you. And now we have the Agricultural Development Committee of the ACRD. We have trustee Zanetti. Would you like to keep?
Yes.
Okay, and alternate trustee Ransom.
Yes.
Oh, we're just an agreeable group, aren't we? All right, and now we have the City of Port Alberni. Trustee Bray, would you like to continue on that
yes,
meetings? And alternate trustee Joseph?
I would like to, please. Thank you.
And then we have the Cliquot Biosphere Trust. I will stay on that. That's okay. Can I just prove myself? Click. Okay. And alternate is trustee Zanetti. Yeah, thank you. And then we have the District of Ucluelet, myself, and District of Tofino, also myself. I will click those. Thank you. And then we have the Alberni Cliquot Health Network. Trustee Zanetti, would you like to continue on that one? Yes. And the Solid Waste Management Plan Advisory Committee, trustee Zanetti? Yes. Great. And then last but not least, Port Alberni Air Quality Commission, E. Craig.
Well, yes, if they're, I don't know how that's going to turn out. All we're getting is reports right now.
Okay.
But at least they're coming to me. So if there's anything I could share.
Okay. And that concludes our annual elections. Thank you very much, everybody, for your.
Thanks for your patience.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, that's a long one.
You thought that went pretty fast an hour. Yeah. Oh, I thought you did really well that night. Okay, so now we're on number 11, policy development. There are no new policies for adoption as the public consultation period is open until November 27th. We don't have any notice of motion, so we'll go down to number 14.1. Does anybody have any further comments about that? Even though we discussed it previously at 9.1. This is from SD5. No, okay. And does anybody, this is for information about the Nanaimo Learning Forward session. Does anybody have any comments or questions on that? No? Okay. And then we do have our external board committee minutes from the Port Alberni Traffic Advisory. Any comments or questions on those? Yes, trustee.
Thank you through the chair. I would like to share that I'm very happy that the Traffic Advisory Committee has actually moved things forward very quickly on certain items. The Helen and sorry, it's not Helen.
No.
My apologies, Latham and
Latham and Helen.
it is.
At the floor.
Sorry.
I'm trying to think of where I drove through and they had put in the bumps that had slowed things down. Sumas, thank you. At the meeting, sometimes there's a feeling that things aren't happening and then because we're such large gaps between the meetings. And then I'm out in the community and things actually are happening. So I am very happy with response of the city in respect of those things. Thank you, Charles, if you can pass that on. We'll fix that. Staff there are doing a fabulous job.
Great, and I noticed there is like lots of stuff happening with the new roundabout coming at the Petrocan there, so.
It said June by the time it's completed. So
Just in time for
but
tourist traffic.
Yeah.
Compton is getting extremely busy.
And then with moving down to 16, we have our internal district committees. We have education minutes. Is there any comments or questions on those education minutes from the committee meeting? No. Okay. And now we have a question period. So the audience is welcome to ask any questions related to today's agenda topics. If there's any questions from the audience. Yes, go ahead. Can you just say your name? Yeah, and where you're from?
You absolutely. Charles Mealy, City Councilor, City of Port Alberni, acting mayor, actually, right now.
Oh.
Yeah. Just on behalf of Mayor Minions and the City of Port Alberni and the citizens, thank you very much for everyone here who put their name forward for nomination, positive or negative. Congratulations to Chair Orr and to Vice Chair Washington. The board is in good hands, but of course, I must take a moment to thank Chair Craig. Your legacy, not only in the City of Port Alberni, but on the West Coast, will live forever.
Thank
We appreciate all that you do, continue to do in the City of Port Alberni, and all the volunteerism as well. And we appreciate all that you've done. And I'd like to say congratulations. And we are saddened that you didn't put your name forward, but the board is in good hands with Chair Orr. So thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you, Charles. Yes, Trustee Washington.
I just about said board chair, Craig.
It's gonna happen a lot.
You have a wealth of knowledge and information up here and elsewhere. And I'm hoping you will assist the chair and the vice chair moving forward.
Absolutely. That's the role of a trustee.
Here, here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, seeing no further questions, the next regular meeting of the Board of Education will be held on December 16th, 2025 at 4 p.m. here at the board office. I adjourn the meeting at 5:29 p.m. Thank you, everyone. Good job,
James.
everybody. Thank you online.
Hi, James.
Bye-bye.
I used to take care of James when he was little. Tell your family I said hello.
See you soon.
You enjoy that?
So much.
I have a pretty good counsel.
Yeah.
Know for like an hour and a half. Yeah, it's items on there.
I did. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? But it was good.